So today we'll discuss about the process called vendor consignment process. So hope this process was not completed, right? Sushil and Ram, did we completed this process?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, no.
Okay. So what is the meaning of the vendor consignment process? Did you aware about that?
Yeah. Consignment is the stock which is maintained in the on-premise buyer on-premises on
Not
behalf
by.
of supply.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
in our plant or company,
Okay.
but whenever the business want to utilize plant want to utilize that, then they will consume the from the stock which is available in the consignment.
Okay. Okay. So now let's see. This is the entire my plant. Okay. So each plant have the different locations. So let's say I have 0001 location, which is raw material. Okay. And 0002 is the again this is the for the semi-finished goods. Okay. And this is the packing material or finished goods. Okay. Then it may be operational. Okay. What are it may be operational or location. Okay. So now in the consignment process, what will be happen? I'm requesting to the vendor to keep the stock in the my premises. That means, okay, out of this one, if you see that I have so much stock it is available. Okay, let's say I have stock something which is available. Okay, 1,000 pieces are there. Okay, 1,000 pieces are there. Okay, now I'm requesting to my sub vendor. Okay, to keep the stock in the my premises. Okay, but I'm not paying amount immediately to the vendor because I'm just requesting that. So since I need regularly, I need the product. So what I'm just every day I'm just ordering and you are supplying. There might be some delay and again customer is it is very urgent on the immediate basis. So sometimes it will be delay, right? So instead of that, okay, I'm just requesting vendor to keep the stock in the my premises. Okay, when there is a consumption or when there is a utilization or when there is any sales which is happened, immediately I'm paying the amount to vendor for what we withdraw the stock. That means what we consume the stock. Okay. So now if suppose out of this stock, okay, if 1,000 pieces stock is there, which is my own stock, unrestricted stock, and apart from this, I have 100 pieces, which is like vendor consumer stock. Vendor consignment stock it is there. It is there in the my location only. Okay. So this stock is the not my own stock. It is not my own stock. It is vendor consignment stock. Okay. This is vendor consignment stock. So so they are placing the stock in my premises, but still he not sold because if still it is not paid amount to the vendor. Okay. So even I don't know when it will be consumed and when it will be sold out to the customer. So until the I'm just requesting to vendor to keep the stock in my premises. Once my utilization is completed, maybe if I'm using that product and immediately I will be paying that amount, whatever withdrawal the stock. Suppose let's say out of this 100 pieces today I just use the 10 pieces only. Okay, then immediately I will be pay for 10 pieces. Okay, immediately whatever withdrawal stock which is paid, immediately I will be pay amount for 10 pieces. Okay, so tomorrow if I'm using 20 pieces, then I will be paid tomorrow by end of the day. I will be paying that 20 pieces. Okay, clear? Okay, so until if it is we consumed or withdrawal or it be sold out or we transfer to my own stock, until that the stock ownership is vendor stock only. It's not my own stock. If you see that in the above 1,000 pieces is my own stock and 100 pieces is it's a vendor consumer stock. So here the ownership is this above which is showing the finished goods, semi-finished goods. This is my own stock. Okay, this is my own stock, but this is not my own stock, not my own stock until we are consumed or transferring the stock. So vendor consignment stock is not my own stock, it is the vendor stock only. Okay. So example, electrical goods. Okay, electrical goods, what will happen? Okay, so if I'm just go to uh, some merchant which is like Reliance Digital. Okay, if I'm going to Reliance Digital, okay, which is the big electrical showroom. Okay, so they are selling multiple brands, okay, and multiple electrical goods, right? So so each brand and each electrical goods cost will be vary, and it is the too expensive. If suppose I have the TV which is like 70 inches or 60 inches or 55 inches like that, okay, that cost around it will be 1 lakh. If it is a OLED TV, again it is 2 lakh. So like if I want to purchase each brand and showcased into my showroom, that will be too expensive for me. So what I'm just requesting to the brands, boss, you can keep the stock. It may be one piece or two pieces or three pieces, whatever it may be. You can keep your stock in my premises. Okay. Whenever we get the order, I'm just immediately selling to the customer and immediately paying to you. Okay. So that is one example I'm just telling. Okay. So you can see if you go to metros and Reliance and some metro shops, if you go to big electricals or big showrooms, there you can see that there is separately they are stored this consumer stock separately. They will be right like consumer stock. Okay. So it's clear. It's clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, for vendor consumption process, what is the mandatory master data? Okay. So let's understand that master data, what it is mandatory. One is material info record is very important here. Okay. Material info record is very important. Yesterday, subcontracting process, if you want to create, you can create. It's not mandatory. It's optional. You can create. Okay. If you have that proper information, you can create. But in the vendor consumption process, purchasing info record is mandatory. Okay. So what is info category here? What is info category here? Consignment. Okay. Yesterday, if you see that we created the subcontracting with info category subcontract. Right. Now in this process, material purchasing info record which is created with info category consignment. Okay. Why it is mandatory? Because the price information. Okay. So I'm agreeing with the vendor, consignment vendor. Okay, this is the price for this period. Okay, the price information, tax information will be captured uh, from purchase info record to payments. Okay, when you are paying the amount or when you are settlement you are doing. Okay, to settlement. Okay, for settlement. For settlement it will be helpful. Okay, so you can ask me the question, sir. In the PO purchase orders we are entering the price and tax information. So is that possible, this consignment process, the price and tax code can be entered at the time of PO level? Okay, so it is not possible. Okay, it is not possible. You cannot enter the price information, tax information at the time of PO, because I'm clearly informing to the consignment vendor, boss, this is the purchase order which I'm raising. The concept is vendor consignment process. Okay, as per the vendor consignment process, I'm not buying the product immediately. Okay, you can keep the stock in my premises when it is required. I'm just consuming the stock. I'm paying the amount. So initially, the ownership will not be transferred. So in that case, I don't need to mention that what is the price and what is the tax information in the PO. Okay, so, because in the PO we don't have price information, tax information and all, so you must be maintain the purchasing info record or material info, both are same, don't confuse. Okay, purchasing or material info record need to be maintained with the proper price and proper tax information with info category is consignment. Okay, so what is the transaction code to create the purchasing info record?
ME11.
ME11. Okay, so ME11 is purchasing info record creation. Okay, so then this is the one it is mandatory. Then the configuration is what it is required in the configuration. You must be design output determination. Okay, determination for okay consumer settlement PO settlement output. Okay, what is the output? What is the output determination? It is like a getting the printout, getting the facts, getting the telex, how it is like design that will be done by in the output determination. Why it is required in this process output determination? Because while you are settling the payments, while you are settlement when you are doing the settlement, you must be informed to your vendor, boss, today we consume this stock, we are paying this amount. Okay, so because of that, it is we need to be generate output determination. Okay, so this is two, it is required, and process wise, first you are creating that consignment PO, consignment purchase order number, purchase order. What is the transaction code to create a purchase order?
ME21.
ME21N. Okay, so in here, okay, so as we discussed yesterday, the process when it is a special stock procurement process, there must be item category will be changed, right? So in this process, item category is K. K is nothing but like a consignment. Okay, since we are getting stock into my location, so I don't need to be maintain any account assignment category. Okay, so this is a must and should. And what else you observed here? No price information in the PO, no tax information in the PO. Okay, this is the first creating the purchase order. Then what is the second else? What it is you are receiving the goods. Goods receipt. Okay, receiving the goods from consignment vendor. Okay, consignment vendor. Okay, to my location. To my location. Okay, since it is okay, since as per the process, as per the agreement, okay, the stock is placing in my location, and but the ownership still not changed. Ownership still with vendor. Okay, that means it is a vendor own stock. Vendor own stock, not company own stock. Okay, clear? So in this case, there is no accounting impact because okay, because it is not my own stock. Okay, so tomorrow someone they are coming and they are checking that we can your stock and other auditing and everything. You can clearly inform that this is the not my own stock. This is the vendor consumer stock. I am utilizing that when it is required for me. But as of now, I'm not sold out or I'm not using this product. Okay, so there is no impact because the ownership is not changed. Then when it will be ownership will change. So when you are issued, that means when you are did the consumption. Okay, the first topic is consumption. Consumption means okay, might be you can use for the HR department, finance department. They are coming and they are utilizing today. Today I need 10 bags or 20 bags or 30 bags. I'm utilizing that products. Then immediately I'm just saying that okay, we are consuming this goods, so we are paying this amount. Okay, so the moment I piece 201 K, K is stands for consumption. So consumption stock I'm utilizing. Okay, then only if I'm utilizing the stock, then only the ownership will be changed. Okay, then the accounting impact will be there. Impact will be there. Okay, for consumed stock. Okay, so here when it is consumed, that means it is my own stock. I'm just consuming. Okay, so in this case, accounting interest will be impacted. Okay, then now suppose I'm just consuming the consumption done for 10 pieces. Suppose I'm done only for 10 pieces. Okay, then you are paying for 10 pieces or you are paying for the 100 pieces. You are consuming the 10 pieces. So out of I received the 100 pieces here. Let's say 100 pieces I received. Okay, now I'm consuming today 10 pieces. So you are paying for the 100 pieces or you are paying for 10 pieces. The payment.
For 10 pieces.
Yeah, we are paying only for 10 pieces because we, as per the agreement, okay, when we are utilizing the stock, only utilize the stock, we are paying the amount, not for entire stock. Okay, so now we utilize the stock 10 pieces. Now I'm paying the settlement. Okay, here we don't have any vendor invoice verification because okay, so vendor don't know when you are consuming. Vendor you don't know when you are utilizing the stock. So you need to be informed to the vendor, boss, today I use this 10 pieces, I'm paying this 10 pieces. Okay, so that consignment settlement will be happen automatically based on the settlement will happen automatically. Okay, based on the consumption quantity. Okay, so in this above, the consumption quantity is 10 pieces. So for 10 pieces, I'm consuming. I'm just paying the amount automatically. Okay, the system automatically generated. Okay, now how much stock it is there? My vendor consumer stock, how much it is there? Because I just use the 10 pieces from 100 pieces. So the remaining is 90 pieces are there. Okay, clear? Okay, is it clear?
Exactly.
Okay, now there is the two ways. One is consumption, or you can use transfer posting. So transfer posting is nothing but like a the vendor is saying that I cannot wait long time. It is already 1 month, 2 months it is away. So either you must be return back the goods because it's too much demand it is there, or you must be transfer the goods to your own stock. So in that case, what you can do from vendor consignment stock to my own stock to my own stock. Okay, transfer. Okay, so in this case, above if you see, okay, in above you can see 100 pieces is separately showing and 1,000 pieces which is showing separately. 1,000 pieces are my own stock and 100 pieces not my own stock. Okay, now if I'm transferring from 100 this stock to my own stock, then the complete stock is 1100. Okay,
So
then the
this is
vendor consumer stock is 0.
okay. So
Okay,
Ravi, could you please explain the transfer posting once again?
okay, okay. So just to show you.
Yes.
Okay, this is the my location. This is the my location.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so this is the my location. Now in this location, okay, I have the stock. I have stock unrestricted. What do you mean of unrestricted? Okay, it's my own company stock. It is
Okay.
company stock. Okay, it's own stock. There is no restriction here. Again, I have one more stock in this location. I have one more stock which is like quality inspection stock, QA stock. Okay, this is my location. This is entire one location. Okay, so this is let's say raw material location. Okay, raw material location, and there was a one more also it is there. Okay, this is the like vendor return stock. Okay, this is a like maybe block stock. You can say block stock. Okay, okay. Apart from this, we also have the one more stock that is I'm placing here in my location. That is the vendor consumer stock. That is vendor consumer stock.
No.
Okay, so it is there in my location only, but I'm just partition that dividing like 4 parts. One is the quality stock and unrestricted stock, block stock, and the vendor consumer stock. So in this process, this is not my own stock. This is not my own stock. Are you
Yeah.
agreed?
Yeah.
Right? And these three are my own stock. Okay. Now the vendor is saying that, boss, I cannot wait long time. It's already 1 year or 6 months. It's 3 months. It's completed. Okay, do one thing. Okay, whatever the stock it is there in the vendor consumer stock, if you want, you just transfer to your own stock, unrestricted stock or block stock or quality stock. Okay, or okay, if you don't need, then you return back the goods. Okay, then what I can do? Okay, boss, I need this stock because I have too much demand. So I'm just transferring the goods from the here to here, from vendor consumer stock to my own stock. Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, now clear.
Okay. Now when it is transferred from to here, this the entire stock will be 0. Okay. This stock will be 0, and the stock which is transferred here, it is my own stock now, because I'm ready to pay. I'm just receiving this stock as my own stock, company stock, and I'll be paying the amount. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Even you can do with the same store location, or it might be if you want to be differentiate in the different store location also, you can do it. No problem. Okay. Okay. Now,
Okay.
now for this, it is a 411K movement type. Transfer posting, it is like a 411K. Transferring the vendor consumer stock to my own stock. That is the 411K movement type. Okay, clear? 411 is the movement type and K is the consumer stock. Okay, so transferring post from vendor consumer stock to our own stock. Clear? Is it clear? Is it clear or not clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so there is a two possibilities. Once I get the vendor consumer stock, either I can do one thing. I'm just consuming that 10 pieces, 10 pieces, 10 pieces, 10 pieces. Whenever it is required, I'm just consuming and I'm paying that. Or if the agreement was completed, I'm just transferring the entire stock to my own stock. Then I will be doing the automatic settlement to the vendor. To vendor, I'm just informing that I'm just transferred all the stock. Okay, so either this process we can do. Either we can do this process, okay, or we can do this process. Clear?
Yes.
Either we can do goods issue or we can do transfer posting. Two ways we can do. Clear? Okay.
Yeah,
now
clear.
settlement, where we will do the settlement, vendor consumer settlement. Okay, there is a separate process for consumer settlement process. Okay, so it is not MIRO, it is the MRKO.
But 201 is a production center, right? Production
This is cost center.
cost center. 261 production, eh?
Production. 261 is the production. Okay. So all it will be started with 201, 211, 221, 231, 241, 251, 261, like all it will be like consumption only. Okay. Either it may be production consumption, or it may be cost center consumption, or it may be maintenance or consumption, or asset consumption. So there are so many things which is there. Okay.
So cost center mean?
Cost center is the department. Cost center is department. So if we in our company, we have HR department, admin department, finance department. Okay, it's their requirement. It is marketing department, advertisement department, like. Okay, clear?
Yeah,
Sir,
clear. One small doubt, but this consignment process is only suitable for direct process, right? Not for indirect material.
No,
Hello?
no. It's not for
Oh,
indirect. Okay, it
okay,
is
okay.
we are getting the stock into my location, right?
Only stock, not a service or anything.
No.
This
No.
scenario. Okay,
No.
understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, okay. Any questions in this as of now? Any questions as of now?
No, clear.
Okay. So, Kiranmai, you have any question?
No, here.
Okay. Now let's go to the first. Go to Metal Master Record as we discussed. Okay, we need to go to Metal Master Record and create. Sorry, first we need to go to Info Record, purchasing Info Record, and maintain the Info Record with Info category consignment. Okay, so I will go to ME11. Okay, and I'll just take the some material which we created, right? Yesterday 200 iPhone 101 something it is there, right? Let's we'll try that. Okay, please remember that. Okay. Yeah. What is the material number? Yesterday we used this one 200 iPhone Okay, this is the same server or it is different server? Okay, same server only. Okay. I'm just taking any of the material. You can take any of the material, no problem. But I'm just taking one material. Enough for example, 1100. Okay, I'm just taking the material list here. So since we are already using 2 to 3 times for the material, I'll just go with any of the material which is like we are used yesterday. Which material we are used yesterday? 200101 or something which we are used, right? 100 200. This one I think 100 to 10 slug per. Okay. So I'm just going to this one. This is the raw material. Okay, I'll just go this material /1/O ME11 info record creation. Now I'm just entering that my material number here. Now I'll be take the vendor is 1000. This is the just assuming that he is the vendor consignment vendor. Okay, then I'm just entering the purchase organization and plan, and I'm selecting the info category is consignment. Okay, clear? So this is very important. Interview point of view, they will be asking that what is the info record creation for the consignment process. So must be tell that info category. Vendor consignment info category is consignment. Okay, why it is very necessary? Because the PO price must be maintained in this process. PO price and what else we need to maintain? The tax code, because tax information generally we are entering at the time of PO or maybe entering at the time of invoice. So now I don't have invoice creation manually in my RO and I don't have PO, there is tax information. So obviously they must be get from the info record only. Okay, I just need to be enter here the tax information. Okay, so I'm just entering something and here, and I need to be maintain the price here. Okay, so what are the important here in this info record? What are the mandatory here? First thing is info category. Info category is consignment, and the second thing is tax code is very important, and another one is net price, which is important. Okay, so these are the must be maintained. Other information, whatever it is required, you can maintain. Okay, I'm just saving this one. Okay, now info record was created. Okay, now info record was created. Now you can see the info record number which is created. Okay, clear? So info record which is created with info category consignment with info category consignment. Now the first master data was completed. The first master data which we explained here, that is created and updated. Okay. Now the second one is configuration. What it is configuration it is required. This is a separate process, output determination, but I'll just give you a jump some idea output determination. So generally when I'm just using the creating the PO or maybe some other process which we are doing, if you see that we are taking the printout output. If I'm just go to this one, I'm just taking the printout, right? This printout, if you need to get output, okay, we are designing that for the output type. We are designing that whether you want to be take the printout, fax, telex, and EDI conversions, all these things. We just mapping this one, and we are maintaining that which is the printer device and all the information which is kept entering. So in this process, for a automatic settlement, consumer settlement, we have the separate process type. That means for a separate output type. Okay, you can go to NACE. NACE is the transaction code NACE to see that conditions for the output control. Okay, so I'm just going to that for settlement, right? Vendor consignment settlement, right? Shall we go for the invoice where it is there? So invoice verification, I'm just going to the verification. Now I'm just checking that what are the output types are there. There are so many output types are there. ERS and invoice plan, separate process are there. Now you can see here KONS is the consignment. Okay, so you must be maintain this KONS condition record. Okay, you must be maintain this condition record KONS. Okay, into here. Clear? So what is the first? Just select the MIRO condition record and select the KONS, and you can maintain that which company code it is or company code and the combination. and you can execute that whether it is maintained or not maintained. So it is already maintained. So the combination, the info record, which is the condition records, which is already maintained. If it is not there, you can maintain. Okay. So in the interview point of view, they will ask the question like output determination for consignment settlement is the output type is KONS. What is the output determination for consignment settlement? It is the KONS. Okay, the output type is KONS. You can see here, this is the KONS output. Okay, now this is the configuration which is required. So we'll discuss this complete process, how to design this one, how it will work later when we're discussing about the procedures. Okay, now I'm just giving the heads up that how it will work. Okay, so the transaction code is NACU. T code is NACU. Okay, now I'll go into the process because I just created the P info record and I just created the output determination validated. The condition records already exist. Okay, now I'm just going to process. Now I'll be creating the PO first, ME21N. Okay, so I'm just entering all the information which is required. 1000 is my vendor and all this information what it is required. Then I'll be entering that my material number. What is my material number? It is 100-210. Okay, so 100-210 which I'm entering, and as I said, we must be enter the K, item category K. That is a consignment process, so that the system will understood that okay, this PO is the consignment PO, not standard PO. Okay, and how much quantity you are planning to order at bulk, you can enter that 2,000 pieces, 10,000 pieces to keep the stock in the my premises. Okay, then I'll be entering that all the other details which is required. Okay, and you can see that in the down there is no condition tab, invoice tab. So condition tab is for the price entry and invoice tab is for the tax code entry. So those two tabs are disappeared. Okay, because this is the vendor consignment process. Clear? Now I'm just saving that. Before that you can see that in info the output determination and all you can see, and you can save. Okay, so now vendor consignment PO is created. Okay, now I have the release strategy here, so I'm releasing the PO. So what is the release strategy PO? ME29N. Okay, I'm entering the PO number here. Okay, I'm just going to header. I'm releasing that levels. Each level I'm just leveling. So I just created a PO. So I'm just informing to the vendor, boss, this is the not to buy regular stock. It is a vendor consumer stock. So you are keep the stock in my premises. I'm not paying amount immediately to you. When I'm consuming the stock, then only I will be paying amount to you. Clear? So what is the, so did you understand what is the difference here? Consignment PO and normal PO, standard PO?
Info category.
Not info category, in the PO. In the PO.
Accounting will be maintained, everything will be maintained.
Invoice won't be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Item
main
category.
is, yeah, the main is item category. So first thing
Item
you need to say item category. Okay. The first thing is item category K. The second thing is there is no invoice tab. Okay. No condition tab, no invoice tab. No condition tab and no invoice tab. Clear? Okay, you can compare other POs as well. If you already created so many POs, right? You can compare that in this PO with item category and that PO, you can check that what it is different is there. So this is the PO. Then you can see the condition tab is there. Here we are entering the price. In this invoice, we are entering the tax information. Okay, but in this case, I don't have the condition tab and invoice tab. That is disappear. Okay, clear? Okay, now I'm just receiving the goods. The second step is goods receipt. Normal process how we are doing the same way. /n MIGO. Okay, MIGO. I'm just entering the PO number here. Goods receipt, purchase order, and PO number. Okay. Now PO number entered. Now you can see that it is showing that 101K. So the moment type is here when you are receiving the stock, which is the 101K. Okay, so you can check the 101K and you can enter that which store location you want to enter, and other information you can validate how much stock which we received and which vendors, consignment vendor and other things you can enter. All the information you can enter. Okay, then okay, so then after it is receiving the stock, I'm just checking item okay, check and post. Now the stock which we received into my location, let's see that for standard process PO stock and the vendor consumer stock, how it is differentiated. I can go where I can go to see the stock overview. MMBE. Okay, MMBE, I'm entering there and I'm entering the material number and plan and execute. Now you can see that the stock which is displaying the 10,000 pieces which we received into the vendor consumption stock. It is not my own stock. If you see that, it is not added to my location. It is separately displaying that it is the my vendor consumption stock in the my under my location. Under my location. Okay. But it is not my own company stock. It is a
Okay.
separate stock. Clear? It's very important. Okay. Now they will ask that how to differentiate the stock for the normal standard PO and consignment PO. Okay. So you can see that vendor consignment stock will be displayed separately in this one in MMBE. Okay. Now the process which I said, since these are the we are received into my location, even if we receive the stock also, since it is the ownership is not changed, so the ownership still with the vendor, so there is no impacting on the accounting data. You can go to FI document, you can see there is no impact here. So interview point of view question, they'll ask Volta, okay, so what are the accounting entries will be generated when you are receiving the stock from the vendor consignment vendor. So simply what you, but if you confuse that, okay, he is asking the question like what when we are receiving the stock, what is the accounting interest, then it is wrong. So you must be clearly understand that what question they are asking. So clearly say that okay, this is the vendor consumption process, so there is no accounting impact when we are receiving the stock because still the ownership is not changed. Clear? So no accounting interest. Clear? Okay.
Yes,
Stock can be C in MMB as separate as a vendor consumer stock. Clear? Any questions here? Any questions here? Okay. Now after receiving the stock, okay, my point, either what I need to do, I need to consume the stock from this vendor consumer stock. Consumption I have to do based on the requirements from the customers, or it may be from the internally from the cost centers, production department, where I got the requirement. I'm just consuming the stock. Okay. In case if it is not consumed on time, what we agreed in the info record, as per that it is not consumed, then the user can, the vendor can say that, okay, you must be transferred the stock to your own stock. You cannot wait for a long time. I should be get the payment immediately. Okay. So now there are two cases are there. One case is goods issue, another case is transfer posting. Okay. Now I will show you goods issue how to do. Okay. So with the moment type is 201. So I'll just go to MIGO. Okay. And I'll be doing the goods issue. Okay. And I'm just doing the other. Okay. Because whether I'm just doing the transfer posting goods issue. Okay. Based on the selection here. And I'm using the moment type is 201. But other than this one, this is the not my own stock. This is the consumption vendor consumption stock. So I need to be select that vendor consumption stock here. Okay, so 201K it is 201K. 201 is the movement type and K is the special stock indicator. Clear? Clear? Now
Yes, sir.
I'm just entering that what material I need to consume. Okay, so what is the material? This is the one material. Now 100-200 material. Then I'll be using that. I have 10,000 pieces. Let's consume that 9,000 pieces. Okay, 1,000 pieces I'm consuming today. Okay, then where tab I'm just going that where which plant it is there. Okay, and which store location it is there, and okay, then you can mention that which partner it is from, whose partner. All this information you can mention. Other than that, you also need to be mentioned that who is the my cost center. Okay, if it is HR department, finance department, those everything you need to maintain. Okay, so you can see if there is any HR department, finance department, human resource department that you can utilize. Okay, so since I will be use some any of the finance and administration, let's try this one. Okay, and click on check and post. Okay, so what's the meaning of this one? I'm using 1,000 pieces to my cost center. That means finance administrator department they requested that they need 1,000 pieces. That 1,000 pieces I issued to the finance department. That whoever the finance and administrative department they are consumed. Now my stock was reduced. So 10,000 pieces. I'm refreshing this one. Let's see now it is 9,000 pieces. Okay, so the 9,000 pieces which is already consumed, Okay, now has I agreed with the consignment vendor, consignment boss. If I'm utilized today, I will be paying immediately to you. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, if I'm using 10 pieces, I will be paying immediately. Don't worry about that. So now I already used the 1,000 pieces. Then I need to be settle the amount for 1,000 pieces. Okay, I'm not settling for the 10,000 pieces. I'm settling only for the 1,000 pieces because I'm already used that product. That I already used the product. Now the transaction code is MRKO. Okay, so every day whenever you are utilizing the stock, you are transferring the stock. Every time you need to do the settlement. Okay, so that settlement is the MRKO process. Okay, so now company code and the purchase posting when it is happened. Okay, and if you have the material document number, consignment material document number if it is there, or if you have the material number, it is which material number it is consumed. All this information you can enter here. Okay, all this information, vendor information, what information it is there, all this information you can enter here. Okay, then first let's see display. I'm not I'm not doing immediately settlement. I'm just checking that whether any entry which is there, any entry pending it is there today. Maybe if I'm using 10 times 10 into 10,000 pieces, then 10 material documents will be displayed. Okay, so I'm just checking that today what are the postings are happened, or if you don't know what is the posting date, then you can remove. Okay, so now I'm executing this one. Now you can see that the system is showing that boss you already consumed 10,000 pieces. Okay, this is the material document number. You can see this material document number and this is 201 K mom type. You are using for the your finance administrative department. So please pay this amount. So please, its status is not settled still. So you need to be settlement. You need to settle the amount. So you are paying only for the 1,000 pieces to vendor. So the settlement will be happen automatically when you selected a settlement. Okay, then execute. So the settlement was done. So the system background it is posted automatically the accounting data, financial accounting impact, whatever it is required, how much it is need to be paid, that amount it is processed. So no invoice no invoice here because I'm not receiving any invoice from the vendor because I don't know when I'm consuming the stock, right? So it is now on my hand. So I'm just to settlement that done. Okay, now this information I need to inform to the vendor. You can use the process output. There you can use the output type is KYNS, which I did. Okay, and you can process here. Okay, so I'm processing to the this vendor. Okay, the payment printout payment. Okay, you can see print preview. Okay, the settlement will be happen for this vendor. Okay, Okay, so consignment stock accounting. So this is settlement. We have settled the following materials withdrawals. So 1000 pieces we are withdrawal. So input tax code is 10%. All entirely it is like 1,10,000 rupees, which is I paid. The times of payment related to that what it is there. So everything it will be displayed in the output. If the vendor wants to some different design, you can design it. Okay. So now I'm just generating this output. So output process. So that means it is processing that from my end. It might be go to the nearest output device, printer, where it is configured, fax, telex, where it is going, it will be go as per the configuration. Okay. So this is the way we are doing the output. So this transaction code is okay MR91. MR91 is to generate the output. MR91 is to generate vendor consignment output. Okay, so the output type is what is the output type? KONS. KONS is the output type. You can see here KONS is output type, which we configured. Okay, now I'll be go back. Then I'll be this is the settlement is done. Now the first step is goods issue. It is done. So you can do n number of times goods issue and number of times payment you can process. Whatever the balance it is there, you can pay. Clear? This is clear.
Clear, sir.
Okay, so in this process, two scenarios are there. One is the goods issue. Then after that, might be the vendor is saying that okay, after 1 month, okay, I'm the 1 month it is done. Now vendor is saying that I cannot wait long time. It is locked with you, the stock. I'm getting so much demand. Okay, if you want, you just use and pay the amount. I cannot wait long time. So then what you can do? I don't have the consumption requirement now because it will be I need, but when it is required, maybe after 1 week, 2 weeks, it is required. But vendor is not accepting. It is already he delayed. It is already waiting for 1 month, so he is not accepting. Then what you can do? You can transfer the stock to my own stock. I'm taking the it is the ownership, and I'm paying immediately the amount. Okay. So in this case, what you need to do? You need to do the transfer posting. So let's go to MIGO again. Okay. I'll just go to MIGO again. Then I will just select the transfer posting. Okay, others. Okay, then 411K. 411K is the moment consumer stock. Okay, 411 is the consumer stock, and here K is the consumer stock. 411 is the other stock. Okay. Now I'm just entering that all the details, what it is required, which material you are transferring the stock, and other thing. Okay. So now I'm just entering that where the stock it is there. You can transfer to their own the same own store location, or maybe you can use some other store location also. As I informed that here, I can do this transfer posting within the same store location, or maybe I can do some other store location also. Okay. So then how much quantity is there? Now I have how much quantity is there? 9,000. Okay. Suppose I have agreement with the vendor, boss. I cannot pay immediately the entire amount because I have some shortage. Let's do one thing. I know it's already late, but let's do one thing. Let's first I will just transfer the 5,000 pieces to my own stock. Okay. Then I'll pay for the 5,000 pieces. Later, maybe after we're getting that, I will just pay remaining. Okay. So now I'm just transferring only 5,000 pieces. Okay. Sorry, this is the vendor number, right? So this is the vendor number, and this is the pieces, 5,000 pieces. Is it clear what I'm doing here? Clear?
One time repeat.
Okay. So now I have that 9,000 pieces, right? Now I have 9,000 pieces, right? So what vendor is saying that, boss, I cannot wait for a long time because it's already waiting for the last 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 month, or it is. Still, you didn't pay the amount to me because you're saying that still you are not consumed. But I cannot wait for a long time. So then I just discussed with my purchasing organization team, purchase organization team and buyer group, they are coming and they are asking that, okay boss, I understood that it is too late, but I cannot pay immediately the amount because I don't have the money. What I will do, now I'll just pay for the 5,000 pieces. That means I will transfer only 5,000 pieces now. Remaining I will be transferred later. Okay, if you have the amount, if you want to be transfer entire amount, entire quantity, you can transfer. There is no issue. I'm just showing that partially can also possible. Partial transfer
Okay.
posting also it is possible. Clear?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just enter the 5,000 pieces and I'm just transferring the stock to my own location, from the consignment stock to my own location. That's what I'm just doing, transfer posting, not consumption here. It is a own stock. Okay. Now just see that, observe the stock overview here. The actual stock is 1,000 pieces in the my location, and there is separate stock which is showing 9,000. Now I'm just transferring the stock here. Okay, check, and okay, then post. Now the stock which is transferred to my own stock, now I'm paying the accounting entries will be impacted in this case also. And now I will be refreshing this one. Now that you can see here the stock which is added to my location. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So now I need to pay settlement for this vendor also. I need to settlement for this 5,000 pieces because already transferring to my own stock. I agreed that boss, okay, I'm just paying the amount for 5,000. I'm just transferring to my own stock. So again, I'll be go to MRKO and I'll just enter, and whatever it is pending today, posting period, whatever it is pending, all these things will be posted today. Okay, so what is the material number? It is 100 to 210. Okay, and if you have the vendor also, you can enter which vendor it is. Okay, then I can go to display first. Okay, then okay, there is a one which is like 5,000 pieces we are withdrawn. Okay, now it is still not settled. You can go to info record number and price. You can check what is the price and tax information. All this information you can check here. What is the tax information? All this information you can check here. Then go back. Then I'm selecting go back. Now I'm just selecting the settlement. Okay, so then executing that. Now it is again settled. This document was settled. Okay, so now 5,000 pieces also it is transferred to my own stock, and settlement also it is completed. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Is it clear? Okay. Okay. So so now questions are, what interview questions will get. Okay, the first question is, okay, interview questions are, okay, process steps. They will ask about the process step. Okay, you need to explain about that. Okay, we will be creating the vendor consignment info record. Okay, info record purchase, or we can say that purchasing info record is mandatory. What is mandatory with info category. Info categories is consignment. Okay, then the second step is, okay, consignment PO which is created. Consignment PO which is created with item category K. Okay, then we are received a goods receipt. Okay, there is goods receipt with moment type of 101K, but no accounting data, accounting document generated, because generated, and also there is no, okay, there is no accounting document was generated, and also the stock will be displayed as vendor consignment stock, not my own stock. Okay, in the consignment PO item category K, no price and no tax information here. No tax information here. Okay, so then if you want to do the goods issue, then you can do goods issue to the cost center, or maybe whatever the requirement you can do. Here the moment type is 201K. Okay. Then here accounting impacts are impacted. Accounting impacts are impacted. Okay. Then again, if you want to be do the transfer posting, that also possible to my own stock. Transfer posting to my own stock. To my own stock from vendor consumer stock. Then what is the moment type here? 411K. Okay, so here also accounting impact it is there because I'm utilize this product and I'm selling. Maybe I'm selling or maybe I'm using this product. So immediately the stock whatever it is to be restored that needs to be cleared from the accounting. Okay, accounting impacted. Then you need to be do the consignment settlement by using the transaction code is MRKO, and you also need to be tell that output determination need to be configured and mandatory to maintain the condition record with output type is okay. Output type is what the output type KONS. Okay, clear? So this is the process steps when it is like okay. The second question is they will ask about that what is the accounting interest will be impacted or accounting interest when you are performing the 101K. So when you are doing the goods received with moment type 101K for the vendor consumer process, there is no okay. What is that? When you are receiving the goods 101K, there is no accounting impact, right? But when you are consuming the stock, okay, 201K and 411K, there is the accounting impacts are there. So that means you must be informed to the finance team. Okay, this was the we are consumed today, and this is the settlement you need to be performed. Or I'm performing that. Please pay the amount. So that settlement will be happen for the these two, 201K and 411K. And 101K, there is no accounting interest. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions here? Okay, so accounting entry is also very important. Every process you must be remember that what accounting entries will be impacted. Okay, so I'll take the one class on this accounting, how it will be, how we can understand that accounting entries and all. Okay, then we'll tell you that for each process what accounting entries will be impacted. It will be displayed. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I don't want to spend more because you're still not aware about it. What is the accounting interest? Okay, first I will just give that overview of the vendor consignment. Then overview of the accounting entry. Then I will discuss about that what accounting interest will be impacted. Okay, clear? So
Yes,
this is the vendor consignment process. Any questions here?